uh, practice being in my car whenever I'm live or doing something. So thought I would sit in my backyard. But I think my Wi-Fi might not work this far out. But I thought I'd try it, see what happens. This is where my dogs are. This is where we just trying to practice not being in the car. I don't know. I didn't end up working today after having the grandkids and everything. So I decided, well, I'll try to go live for a few minutes and see. Definitely more comfortable in the car, I think. But last night I couldn't sleep after they said there was an earthquake in Russia. Then I stayed up and watched all about the tsunami warnings and everything. That stressed me out for some reason. And then today I was reading about the family they found in Tennessee. Sometimes I think I get myself overworked about all the news. I try not to watch the news as much as I used to because I think it's so stressful sometimes. But yes, it's a beautiful shade. It's hot out in the sun, but very nice shady backyard. Like my whole yard is, it's like my sanctuary. Hopefully not having Wi-Fi back here will be okay. But that's my camper and my guest camper, my little shed. It's an acre lot, but it's like a pie shape, so it's a lot of road frontage there. But then it goes like a pie, and then it ends up in this very spot in the back. It's so funny. That's why I'm like not sure how to do a garden in my yard because it's so shaded, and then it's kind of a weird shape. So thinking about we got to tear the house down in front of the camper. Where would you put a house? Since it's so weird shaped, and then I want to do a garage and a house, but I don't want to block off the back of the house. So I'm not sure the best way whenever we get to the point we're ready to build, how to build on this particular pizza pie type of lot. Got my sweet tea. Gotta have the sweet tea, right? How are y'all doing? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Just sitting here chatting, trying to practice talking on my phone without being in the car, which is unusual for me. So didn't end up working today, so thought, well, I'd just go live for a few minutes. And the wind is nice and it feels great out back here. So I've been doing my devotions back here. In nature, I don't know, I just feel closer to God and happier. It's a happy place. Hey Ramiro, how are you today? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Anything exciting going on in your world? This is usually a cornfield, but right now it's soybeans. So my other lot is a half acre, and that if I do a garden, that's where we do it. But it's just easier if it was in my own yard. My little fire pit. We do roast our marshmallows and hot dogs and everything here. Has like the trees on. I don't think you can see it, but it has a little design on it. Maybe this is where we like to live the kids. They're learning how to start a fire, so we've been practicing back here doing little fires and stuff for them. I think their moms got mad at me because I let them use my lighter. Then we got the wood stack. So just a nice peaceful place. We want to make it I had a different design for this, but I just haven't done it yet to help with the make it more of a memorial and do like some pebbles and like do a lot of flowers And I started some flowers, but it was too shaded and they didn't take. So let me walk up that way. Go. It's having a little bit of trouble. Hey, Maxine, how are you today? Wednesday going? I have babysat today and then got wrapped up in the news and all that, so didn't end up going to work. So just enjoying my evening. You can see my tomato plants. They're not doing so good. One tomato fell. That was kind of a bummer. Anything exciting going on with anybody? Anybody cooking dinner? Got any great dinner plans tonight? We went out to eat yesterday for our anniversary, so we're just having leftovers. This is where we do our grill and have our little cookouts. It's kind of a mess right now, though. We've had so much rain and heat. We haven't kept up with our lawn and haven't really cooked out. But my tomato plants are sad. They're like keep turning yellow. And then water them. Not water them. So I don't really know which, they feel like it's been too watery, then it feels like it's not been very watery. That's one of them. Here's the house we gotta tear down eventually. But this one has more tomatoes on it. This one looks pretty healthy actually, but it lost, in the storm the other day, it lost one of its tomatoes. I love the smell of a tomato plant. I think it's so nice. But yeah, that's the house that needs to be torn down. Oh, I said Maxine. It's Moses. That's what I get for not wearing my glasses. Sorry. Said the wrong name earlier. I like to sit on my front porch. My husband built the porch for us and my youngest daughter. And then forever we didn't have a cover for it, a roof. We finally got a roof, so it makes it nice. Still leaks in the rain time, so. But it has a tin roof. I think those are so nice whenever it's raining and you can hear that. So, but yes, I don't know. This is definitely different than being in the car, talking about all the gig apps and doing all that stuff. But the devotion today was good. Talking about, you may sin or you may, just feel not worthy. God still loves you. And I think that is so awesome. Hey, Danelle, how are you today? Hope you're having a good day. It was nice and cool in the backyard, but I didn't have any service. So I had to jump back up here. But I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Anything exciting going on with Romero, Moises, or Danelle? Anything good? Anything new? School starts here tomorrow. So the kids are so excited and talking about, they had an open, what do they call it? Back to school night, and they're telling me all about it. They're so excited. So I'm glad they're excited about school. Certain ages, they don't stay excited, So it's fun to watch them be excited. I loved school. I did. Math is my favorite subject. And I played basketball. And then I graduated, but when I graduated high school, I graduated with 2 kids and a husband. So that was just from high school. So that was pretty good. I still did it. I stuck with it. Determination, setting goals, and accomplishing them. It can be hard, but you can do it, right? Just put your mind to it, stay focused, get her done, But back to the devotion, yes, I thought it was very good, every person is worthy, and every person deserves God's love, and God wants you to pray to Him and ask for forgiveness and change your life and be more Christ-like. Hi, Frida. How are you doing from Russia? Did you feel the earthquake? I was worried about it. I stayed up late last night watching all about it. Um, Looked very scary. I watched some videos today where some people had videotaped the actual earthquake. Are you pretty far? I heard Moscow felt tremors, even though they're 4,400 miles away. I forget how many kilometers that is, but been really thinking about it. And then all the tsunami watches and warnings. I was like, oh no, I was on the edge of my seat, but prayed about it. And I know a lot of people were praying and hoping, and looked like it all was okay. I haven't seen any like super bad news or anything. Aziz, I think I missed you. Hi, Aziz. How are you on this lovely Wednesday? My daughter lives in Russia. I've been to Russia a couple of times. One time I went, and it was a heat wave, and air conditioning was hard to come by. So that was interesting. That was so interesting. And I had to go into town, in the town, and get some paperwork and everything. And oh man, it was so hot. And then air conditioning was such a hard thing to come by. Hi, Deanna. How are you doing today? I'm trying to practice using YouTube not in the car today. That's my stepping out of my comfort zone, is not being in the car. So I didn't end up working. The grandkids stayed a little longer than expected this morning. And then I stayed up late last night watching the news. So I said, I'll get it. I got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday catch up on everything. It's hot and humid. Oh, it is so hot. I was in the very back of my yard, and it's really shaded, and it feels great out there, but I didn't have service, or I didn't have very good service, so I had to move back up to the front of the property to get some Wi-Fi. Oh, DoorDash was awful, so I'm glad I didn't go out. Ah, that is not good. Mine has kind of been up and down. Yesterday I had a terrible day, but it was all Uber, and I had a DoorDash schedule, but somehow I took this one order. I knew I couldn't do my DoorDash shift, so I canceled it. It was a terrible day. Terrible day. Do you speak Russian? I don't. All I know is like, thank you, what, Placebo? But my granddaughter keeps trying to teach me cat and dog, and I'll know it for a minute, and then the next day I forget. But my grandchildren speak 3 languages. They speak Russian, Hungarian, and English. But I wasn't blessed with that. Hey, Elsie, how's it going? Yo, what's good in the hood? Trying to practice not being in the car and talking. And I was showing my property. We could do that again. So this is the house we're tearing down eventually. Always talk about my washer being on the back of my porch. But this is the front. We have a lot of road frontage. So, and then this is my backyard. It's like a pie. So that's what I've been doing, just kind of walking. Maybe we'll walk a little bit, and my internet will work. Orders for Pro Shopper high paying 26.45 items for 46 items, going up 3 flights of stairs, going 31.5 miles on. Oh my goodness. That is terrible, Deanna. Horrible. Yesterday I took this Uber order. It was Walmart. I never do Walmart, but I couldn't get on DoorDash yet. $6 Walmart grocery. I'm like, all right. My whole trunk was full of nothing but drinks. My back seat had nothing but groceries. Paid $6. It wasn't very far. Luckily, it wasn't upstairs. But then I guess I did something wrong. The customer comes out cussing and feeling very angry, and I was scared. I was upset rest of the day because it was so upsetting. And I guess they're not going to tip $6. through all of that emotional drama and all that, the drinks and everything. So I get it. It's like sometimes, and if it's, get it. If it would have been third floor, I just left it on the bottom. That's a horrible. Hey, Miss Rita. I am just practicing in my car and with without the apps controlling my conversation. Feels a little weird. And then this is my yard. Just walking it. Thank you for saying it's beautiful. I love it. It's like my piece. My dogs are buried right here, so we place our, what do you call it, our campfire spot here to be with the dogs. But it's been raining and it's been hot, so we haven't kept hard. But hopefully, in the next couple of weeks we can. We yes, you're 7 hours ahead of us, right, Frida? I'm back. Hey, Jules, how are you doing? Glad to hear from you. I have to go to work in the morning, so good night, everyone. Good night, Frida. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. And say hi to all the Russian people for us. My daughter's over there. I was there. She's going to have a baby. So thank you for stopping in. You could block customers like that. Oh, even on Uber, I could. If so, I need to figure that out because it was so stressful. And oh, what's going on? You know, what did I do something? And he just wouldn't talk. You know, he kept passing me as I was. He didn't talk to me at that point, but at least he didn't continue to cuss. Or I would have just, because I was like, do I just leave this stuff at the road? I just pretended he wasn't there and did my job. But if I could block him, that would be amazing. And it stunk so bad there. You know, it was like, oh, internet's cutting out. Okay, got to go back to the front then. I make money even though I don't do gig apps. I love it. Not yet being used. So you don't. What do you do to make money that's not the gig apps? We'll sit over here for a minute. Maybe my internet will work. That's why I moved from the back, because my internet was lagging. Maybe it won't lag here. Big yard looks so green and comfortable. I'm sure the grands love it. Oh, the grandbabies love it, and all the dogs love it. My dogs loved it. You know, even though they've been passed for 2.5 years, their trails are still here, and we kind of protect their trails just because it's a good memory. But my niece came and stayed with us for a little bit with her dog, and I said, you know, it's fenced in. You can let her go, and the dog let her. We let the dog go, and she was so happy. So I think dogs love it more than the kids, but the kids love it too. And we even have our little toy area, plus the shed has toys in it. So, but right now we're learning how to make fire. Their parents are not happy with me because I let them play with the lighter and learn how to do fire. Yes, Uber as well, call support. Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that so much. Hey, Aubrey, how's it going? They're asking, does the grandkids like the backyard? You're going to write on here, do you like grandma's backyard? I have passive income. See, that's what I need to do, Miss Deanna. Have passive income. I do, I have like this one account, and I had money on there. You know, it's kind of like a stock market. It was my 401k. The company my last company I worked for did for 401k, and then I did one for the stock market, and I started using that, and then I got into buying and I cashed it out. So I have just like $25 in there, $28, and I need to use it, but it's like I don't really want to play with the stock market, and I did all this research and wanted to do that, and then I got scared. I'm like, no, I don't know if that's the right company or not right company, and it's only a little bit of money, but I really need to do something. So I'm glad you have passive income. You're not dependent on these gig apps. Aubrey says she loves Grandma's backyard. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Aubrey. Isn't YouTube passive income? I'm not really making much income on that. So at this point, I don't know. Maybe one day it will be, hopefully. You day trade? I don't. I wanted to do, I do have an account, so I can do stock market trading, but like I said, I only have like $25 or $28 in it. And so right now it's just in a safe, what do you call it? A safe fund. So, but I did do some research to figure out what I wanted. There was this, this is about a couple years ago when I did my research. There was like this Mexican, what do you call it? Like dish, kind of like Corningware, but it was a Mexican brand. And it looked like it was really good. I wanted to invest in that just because it was like climbing. I don't know if it was something new or something. And I thought, well, all right, I'll try that. But then something came up and I cashed out most of my funds. So, but nope, I really want to do that. When I was in high school, just because of the way my schooling went, I ended up taking econ my junior year instead of my senior year, and we did all the stock market stuff. And man, I would ace it. Everybody would come to me. We had these teams and stuff, and I get it. I understand it. And then in college, I took econ. I took micro, so it wasn't so to invest and like you said, do day trading. I think that would be a lot of fun. Once you get bigger, you will. I hope so, Miss Deanna. At least a little bit of income. I uh, don't want to count on that, but I think it would be a lot of fun to have that little bit of an income. I want to do eBay as well. I want to have a couple things like making money in different pockets, so I'm not always doing the gig apps, and I worry about the winter coming. So I had been kind of stalling on eBay because I wasn't sure what I wanted my first item to be. And I've decided, and that I don't know when do you put something on auction versus just put it in for sale. So I got one item, and then next Tuesday, I'm hoping to post it on eBay for the first time. Um, Doing research and learning how to do that. I figured it'll take me maybe a couple of days to figure all that out. So I do want to start adding a few little things here and there. Then I got an email for doing a brand ambassador for Up the Road for 30 an hour, and they have a couple of them coming up. They did text me and ask me if I would do that. I've not been a brand ambassador before in this realm, and it's 30 an hour. So maybe that'd be another way of making some money and not doing the gig apps as much. But I don't know. I have it open on my phone. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and apply for it. I've worked for this company for some other projects, just not as a brand ambassador. So we'll see. I'm trying to throw a few different things in there. I was told women are goodest trading by intuition. Oh, awesome. I need to practice. I need to do that. I need to just bite the bullet. As soon as I have a little extra money, I like to throw $100 in there and see if I can make it grow a little bit, And then what about crypto? I was looking at one of my accounts the account I have, that $28 in, it'll show you like what crypto's going, what all the stocks are going, blah, blah. And I look at it a lot, even though I don't do anything with it. And I think crypto's was it Bitcoin? It was went up 11%, something like that. And I'm like, oh, do I do that? I'm a little scared of digital money, So I don't know. You're beautiful, so you deserve it, Grandma Moore. Aw, thank you so much, Deanna. I really appreciate that. Hi, Emily, Austin, and Aubrey. Rita says, eBay is slow. I've been on it for 3 years. What not auction app is better? What not auction app? Oh, I haven't heard of that. Is it less fees? I'm just trying to look at something that I could figure that it's going to be simple for me. easy to follow. I'm worried about like how do you get your shipping labels and just something that I can put maybe 6 hours into. On Tuesdays I don't want to work, and if I could do something on Tuesdays to counteract some other stuff, and then if you're just mailing every morning on your way out to do the gig apps, it's kind of what my thought was. So I'm not sure how to do like I said, the shipping labels or anything, but if I could figure all that out. Penny stocks, maybe. Here, I am sweating. I don't have my other phone out right now, but I think the heat index is like 110 or something. As you can see, I'm like sweating. I was fine back there, but I have no internet. A little bit of breeze here, but I think it's like 95 with the heat index of 110. Somewhere around there. Don't quote me. eBay is slow. She's right. Whatnot app. I will check that out. Thank you, Rita. We are 105, 100% humidity. It is. I'm just sitting here in the shade, and look, it's just sweating. So the humidity is terrible. It's, just like the actual temp doesn't feel so awful in the shade, and then I don't know if it's because the humidity or what, but the mosquitoes seem to be worse. I'm sitting here and I've already gotten a couple of bites. And the ants, we've had a lot of rain. And the ants, we've got these big, huge ants. And it's like, I keep fighting the ants. They're getting on my nerves. Cold foods for dinner lately. Exactly. I know. We're having leftovers from last night's anniversary dinner, but that's what I said the other day on one of my lives. It's just like, I have all this food that I bought, but it's like cooking spaghetti, or we like my husband likes fish. I could cook the fish and stuff in the air fryer and everything, but you just want something cold because you're so hot. And what is there? See, I don't want to eat sandwiches, so I've been struggling with it a little bit, but I did buy me some cucumbers, and my snack lately has been cucumbers and ranch because it's nice and refreshing. I had 7,000 items on eBay, stopped, went down to nothing, got on, oh man, Mercari, it slowed too. Okay. I had seen where, when I was, I like to research. Whenever I started doing the gig apps, I researched. People make fun of me because I probably go overboard with my research. But it did say eBay was really lost a lot of customers, or having really slow sales. So I could see that. Shopify was one of them that kept popping up, but I don't know if you resell on Shopify. I don't really know what that is. But that was the one that just kept popping up as popular. Wraps, cucumber salad, broccoli salad, cottage cheese, or subs. My mom gave me, what do you call that? Where you do the cucumbers, tomatoes, and onions. I used to make that. And, do they call it the summer salad, cucumber salad? Oh, it's so good. You just got to get your vinegar and your sugar and salt just perfect, But wraps is a good idea too. Cereal's awesome. So when the grandkids came over, they brought cereal, but I didn't have no milk. We just don't drink a lot of milk. And we sit there and ate almost this big old bag of cereal dry. It was nice and refreshing. So, but, well, I think I haven't heard of Whatnot app. I need to check that out. Let me research that. And then, I don't know, and I think Etsy's just crafts. And I don't really want to do crafts, even though I used to make crafts. That would have been great when I was raising the kids. Always did crafts and try to sell them and stuff. And I think it would be fun to do crafts and like go to the different fairs and sell them, but I don't know if I have the energy to do that anymore. But I would love to, because you get to travel a little bit and do different things. Watch a couple here in South Carolina. They are on Whatnot. They sell under Harry Tornado YouTube. They sell under Harry Tornado YouTube. All right, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Thank you, Rita, for that information. Okay, maybe I can look them up, and definitely will look them up. Too much work selling artwork or crafts. I know, right? Now I do know somebody close to me that is doing great on eBay right now. but they have a specific niche, and they've been doing it for years, off and on, and right now is their sole income, and they're doing great. But I don't have that. I'm not good at selling myself or selling things. I was always taught, to be humble, and you don't brag about yourself. That's why resumes are hard for me. There for a while, I had my resume zoom in, but going back and trying to redo my resume, I just can't talk about myself, can't sell things. That's why I don't do well. Like, I kind of feel bad about the YouTube thing because I'm not good at saying, hey, hit the like button, or hey, become a member. I'm just not good at that, because you're not supposed to, I was raised, you weren't supposed to like bring attention to yourself or brag about yourself. So I'm sitting here thinking about writing these things up for eBay, like the descriptions, and I'm like, I'm not good at that part of it, like bragging about something or saying those kind of things. You could watch them sell everything and show you how to sell. Wonderful. All right, I screenshot that. I'm definitely going to look them up. I appreciate the reference, Miss Rita. Grow vegetables. Well, I showed my tomato plants, Miss Deanna, and I do not have a green thumb. I do not have a green thumb. That's what I was saying at the beginning, that my yard is a pie shape, and it's all shaded, right? So it's pie, oh, sorry. It's a pie shape, but my yard stays shaded. And so it's definitely not good for gardening. My other yard, I can, but it's kind of far. The front yard's okay for gardening, but it's so wet. I mean, it's most of the time it's just water. So if I garden anything, I want to do like the box gardening, or I saw someone do those like metal trough things you buy at like at the hardware stores, like Rural King and stuff, for the animals. And I saw them do it in there, and I thought that was awesome. So that's the only place really I have for now. And then if I ever build a house, I'm not sure how I want to place it on this pie-shaped property, but this is my favorite piece of property. So definitely want to be here, Just don't know how to do the gardening thing. Oh, let's see if I can zoom in. My poor tomato plants, they're terrible. So I had a garden at the other house, but I'm not out there very often, and so the garden didn't go well. Where money is at, or home cooked baked goods. Oh yes, I live in that camper, and so baking is not so well, but I have a little bitty oven, and I don't like to use it. It's propane. It makes me nervous. It works fine. It just makes me nervous for some reason. I have no idea. No reason to be nervous. I just am. But I used to bake. And my kids made me feel good because they got crumble cookies. And one of my favorite things to bake is the chocolate chip cookies with nuts and everything. I have this one Betty Crocker recipe, and it is so good. My kids are like, Mom, they have nothing on you. They won't even eat their chocolate chip cookies. So that's awesome to feel that way. But man, if I would love, I thought about catering. I thought about opening a restaurant or something. For some reason, the thing that God laid on my heart was to do this and spread the devotion. And that's the main purpose of my channel, and is what God led in my heart. And the other thing that keeps popping up is I'm going to feed people. And so I'm like, does that mean I have to open a restaurant? What does that mean? What does that look like? And that's why I want to learn how to garden and everything. I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but that's what's been laid on my heart. So I do need a garden. I would love to bake and do all those things. Sorry, got into all that. Speak it into existence. That's right. What is that called? There's a word that I've been hearing a lot. Manifestation. Yes, you do great talking on your lives, and right now, yes, you are. Aw, thank you, Rita. Sunlights. Gardening in containers is fun. I would think that as I'm looking into, I watch YouTube videos like prepping, and some of the prepping things is like gardening and stuff, not always like the doomsday prepping stuff. And I just really get into like watching it. They have these hydro planters where they're like these tall things, and it all runs by the water, and you put the plants in. And but I looked at the price, and it was like, to get a good starter set is about $1,000. My only problem is it'd be great in the summer, but in the winter you have to bring them in, but your vegetables still grow, and you have the fountain system that keeps them. And I'm like, but I have nowhere to put them in the winter. I would love, I mean, they just look so much healthier to me, and the plants looked so, the vegetables and the different things they were growing just looked wonderful. And they have a shorter one and a smaller one for your herbs and everything. I'm like, oh man, I watched those videos. I probably watched those videos over and over because I thought it was so awesome. My daughter makes a killing on sourdough bread and bagels. Really? Plus pizza dough. Oh, nice. Do y'all remember I haven't seen it forever, but they used to, you would get like your friendship starters for the breads and stuff, and it would go around. That was a long time ago. I don't know if they even do that. I haven't got one of those starters in a long time. It was like friendship bread starters, and then you break it off, and then it would go somewhere else. Hey, Emily, Austin, Aubrey. Hi, Jules, how are you? Thanks for stopping back by. Probably the last time I got a friendship bread starter was probably my granddaughter's 16. So I'd say about 14 years ago. Do you know what I'm talking about? It might have been called Amish friend. Maybe it was an Amish recipe or something. Maybe other people didn't do that. I don't even know where mine would come from. I would always just end up with the baggie with the bread starter. Man, that's been a long time. But that stuff like that, I could see that being very, very profitable. There's a lady that keeps posting on Facebook, and we have an old dollar store, and they built a new one. So the parking lot people use for yard sales and selling products. And there's a lady that sells baked goods, and she posted on Facebook. She's out there. She makes a good doing cupcakes, cookies, and things. That is a great idea. If I had a big kitchen, I would so do it. German bread. Oh, okay. They called it something, maybe German friendship bread or something. So you know what I'm talking about, the starter kits that people send around. I don't even know why they did that. I didn't ever understand it. I just like, okay. Man, I know I want to build a house so I can have a big kitchen. I miss cooking. Always, when the kids were growing up, we had a nice home. It wasn't just a regular home, but the reason why I bought the house was I loved my kitchen. Had a bar, I already call it, I called it a bar, but like an island, I guess. And I just baked and cooked. So for the holidays, I did everything. I'm like, don't bring anything. I've got it all. Drive me crazy if anybody brought anything. I wanted the whole menu. You can bring drinks, you could bring paper plates, whatever, but don't bring food. I got this. And I used to bake and bake and bake and cook, and I loved it, trying different recipes and everything. Oh, I thought that was my daughter, but it wasn't. You don't have a house. I don't have a house. You're right. So this is my house. We'll walk to it here. And I need a drink anyway. This is my house. But unfortunately, we thought we could remodel it. And once we started getting into it and started working on remodeling, found out that the foundation is deteriorated. And so I'd already bought the land and everything. So we live in this camper. This is where I live. This is my guest camper. If anybody comes stays with me, they get to stay in this camper. Which I might be turning that into my office instead of a guest camper. I haven't decided. The kids like to stay in it. So I don't know. We get to be wild and crazy in there, so they like that. We get to be loud, and it has a radio and stuff, so we play the music really loud so we don't drive Grandpa too crazy. But so unfortunately this house is not savable, which was so disappointing for us. But that's okay. You know, it is what it is. And so right now we're just using it for storage, and we got to tear it down and build a new house. So we're in this camper. The other house, um, the other house that we own is gutted. I paid $35,000 for a new floor and sump pump, but it's gutted, no electric, no water. So it just needs a lot of time and money to finish it. I've already bought the windows and everything, but that's not the lot I like. It sits on a half acre. I don't like that lot, and I was hoping to have it done and, you know, have one of my kids or somebody living in it. But we're at a standstill there just because we don't have the money or the time. But we bought both lots really cheap. So, hey, I'm sitting on them. Bujra, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Oh my, so sorry. Don't be sorry, I tell you what, having a camper is easy, quick to clean. I mean, I would show you inside, but it needs vacuumed. I could keep it clean. I just struggle with keeping it vacuumed. I don't know why. Like, how hard can it be? So, yes, I joke. So my washer is on my back porch of my house. I have all my laundry stuff, you know, and everything. So, because I don't have a washer and dryer in my house, so then I have to hang my clothes on the clothesline. But it works out good right now. I mean, I got myself in some credit card debt, and so I've almost got this lot paid, and the other lot, the mortgage. I have a HELOC. I have a home equity loan on the other place, but I've almost got both main mortgages paid off on these, and then I can really focus on getting the credit card debt. So I can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel this way, you know. So, and my camper's paid for. We paid cash for it. The other camper my husband got for free with elbow grease. He traded labor for the camper, and then he did a whole bunch of work on it. And I love that camper. We lived in it for, I don't know, 3 years maybe. We lived in it when we were in St. Louis. And then when we first moved here, that's what we lived in. But I couldn't take the smallness. So now we have this bigger one, and the one bedroom had 4 beds for the grandkids and everything, but then they got a little bigger and they weren't coming over as much, so I made it into my office. But I don't like it. Like, I need to paint the walls or something, and I think that's why I don't feel comfortable, like, being in there and doing my videos in there. I need to do something with it. Plus, I have the kids' pictures everywhere, and they don't necessarily want them on YouTube. So I got to figure out, like, a good spot where I can keep in there. Just haven't figured it out yet. God has a big plan for you. I hope so. I feel like that. Stephanie, where are you located? Hey, Stephanie, I saw you commented on one of the videos. Nice to see you here. I am located in Indiana. What about you? Hi, Miss Amy. How are you? Thank you. I know it's nerve-wracking to not be in the car, but hey, I'm doing it. I have some Deanna and Rita's keeping me company, helping me out here. So you're in Florida. Oh, I love Florida. I went to school right outside of Pensacola in Gulf Breeze when I was a little girl, and then we go to Panama City, and then I have family in Jacksonville and Tampa. So I don't know where you're at in Florida, but that's my Florida people. So I was showing everybody my land and where I was showing where my dogs are buried, but I don't have enough. For some reason, I don't have service back there. So, but I do my devotions in the very back. But I don't know why. Maybe it's for some reason I don't have any service back there today. It's weird. Some days I do, and some days I don't. My Wi-Fi don't go all the way back there. Anything exciting going on with you, Miss Amy? And Miss Stephanie? And put my shoes back on. I don't like shoes for real. That's the worst thing about working the gig apps. You always have to wear shoes because you have to drive. But, so this is where I've been doing my devotions. I go out further back. And my dogs are buried in the back with the campfire. But I want to make we started building it. We just haven't done it. We want to make like an arch into the memorial, make it an actual like memorial thing, and then I want to do morning glories on the sides, and then I planted some wildflowers between because my property goes like a piece of pizza, and I had planted wildflowers in between the two sets of trees. It was too shaded. So, and that's what I wanted to do where the dogs are buried, is do some like gravel or some pebbles or something, and then do oh, then we had lots of moss. And so I really wanted to build up the moss and then do flowers. But because it's so shaded, I don't know what flowers would work the best. I had morning glories on the fence. Thought they would pop back up. They didn't take off because there's a little bit of sun there. So if y'all have any suggestions for a good shaded plant that is kind of a ground covering, I would appreciate any suggestions. Well, I just hit a weird button. I'm so sorry. Not a thing. Looking forward to the weekends and good weather. Oh, I cannot wait. I think Friday is supposed to be like 85. I hear it might even get down to like uh, the low 60s, high 50s for night. I'm like, oh, it's going to feel wonderful. Hey, Colleen, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Hostas. Oh, vistas. I don't know what vistas are. I know what hostas. I used to have tons of hostas. Okay. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that, ladies. Y'all are so awesome. Y'all take good care of me. All right. I didn't know hostas would grow in the shade. So mine was in the sun. So it is beautiful, but it is hot. Very, very hot. But I know that it's going to be cooling off. I think starting tomorrow, maybe. I meant to say hosta. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you, Deanna. So, when I transplanted my hostas, when I had my house, I had so many plants. I loved doing my flower beds. Like that was my best friend, was my flower beds. I had Signalia roses, knockout roses, Aztec lilies, hostas. Those were my main ones. But when I transplanted some of my hostas, they told me it takes about 3 years for a good growth. But I don't know if maybe I can find, I have some Easter lilies, and I think this one thing that grows here is called Naked Lady Bear, something like Naked Lady. It's tall, and then it just has like a little pink flower at the top. I think that's what it's, so it comes out, his grandma, so the two houses we own was his grandma's, both of them. So this is Grandma Moore's house, hence the name of the YouTube channel. Where I'm at right now is Grandma Moore's property. And that's the significance of the name of my YouTube channel. And that's the property that I love and I want to keep. The other property was his other grandma's. And she had a garden, and there's a good plot for gardening. I just don't go out there much. But anyway, Grandma Moore planted, for some reason, there's these 2 concrete blocks right here by where I'm at. And there's some kind of plant that comes out the beginning of spring. And then in the fall, I'm almost sure it's called Naked Ladies or something like that. And it's tall and pink. And I don't know why she has we can't figure out why there's 2 concrete blocks there. And that's where the plants grow. We haven't figured it out. Always doing good. I'm glad you're doing good, Miss Colleen. No good? What's no good? Time to dash. Have a good night. Oh, have fun. Good luck. I hope you have a great shift, Miss Stephanie. Make lots of money. I'm not working tonight. Grandkids came over. Stayed up late last night watching about the tsunami and the earthquake. I gave up. So, oh, the heat's no good. Oh, right, Colleen. The heat is terrible. I'm sweating. It's so terrible. But I know it's coming. I know that good weather's on its way. And it's so sad that the good weather's on its way and the kids start school tomorrow. You know, it's like, bummer. Finally, it's going to be nice. Or surprise lilies. Okay, surprise lilies. My favorite was the Aztec lilies. Man, I babied those. And I drove by my old house the other day. And they don't have the lilies. I was so sad. Those were like my pride. My rose bushes were probably my second pride. People would ride their bikes by and go, I love your yard. I love your roses. And now I don't have anything. I'm just like, I miss doing it. I haven't done anything here. I had thought about it and kind of worked on a few things. And I'm like, I do have a couple of pots that I had started doing some flowers in some pots. I put too many bulbs, overran it. And then I have young grandbabies and I have older grandbabies. And the younger grandbabies decide they like to play in the dirt. And so I've given it up for a minute. But I do have 3 huge pots. I can't wait. Not huge, medium-sized pots. I can't wait to really start growing them. And I mainly did it for the lavender and thyme to keep the mosquitoes away. But now I don't have anything. Yes, school starts tomorrow. Can you believe it? We are in for one bad winter. I think so too. I really do. I just can't imagine how we're going to get much precipitation with it being getting all this rain, but you never know. Hey Christine, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Always see you in is it Real Dean's chats, I think. Glad you're here. I appreciate you. That's so nice when people comment on your yard with the flowers and such. It was so nice. I would be so proud. I'm like, oh, it makes me feel so good. I appreciate you stopping by, Miss Christine. That's awesome. I normally only do my camera stuff in my car. So as Amy pointed out earlier, I'm trying to be brave and do something outside of my car. This has been a really something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but didn't have the courage. And I appreciate all of you all making this easy and chatting with me. I have that comfort zone, but if you don't challenge yourself, how do you get to the next level? And sometimes it's really hard to get to that. Okay, I know I want to do this, but trying to get that courage. I sit on my recliner I'm like, I might not do it. And then I'm like, I got to do it. I can't move forward if I don't try, you know? Uh-oh. R.I.P. the Real Dean. What does that mean? Did something happen I don't know about? We used to have the most beautiful rose bushes in my yard growing up. Oh, I love rose bushes. They're so wonderful. And I didn't have the hard, I had the single layer and the knockouts. I love those. I had the regular roses too, but I think they're kind of hard. Because, you clip them and they're beautiful and I love them. But the other ones, they're like a bush and it was just easier for me. Our governor passed a bill, Newhouse, after 2025, all electric with our power outages for weeks isn't good with our, what? Our governor passed a bill, Newhouse, after 2025. All new houses have to be electric after 2025. Oh, no. That does put a lot of strain on the grid. They're building all these houses and all these new schools where I live. Our small community is just booming and it's just taking all these resources. And there's a lot of power outages. We never have power outages. It takes a drain and then they want to add this and add that. So that's not good. I'm sorry about that. Is there a way you can post a message when you're going to do lives? Maybe a day before? It would help us see you and build your channel. I would like to do that and I think about it, Miss Amy. But I am so unpredictable. But so here's my thought. I would like to do lives in the evenings as I do DoorDash. But with the kids going back to school Thursday, I like to do like half videos and half lives. Once I get a rhythm going, then I will do that. Haven't figured out my rhythm yet, and I'm kind of changing as things change and trying to learn. And I thought about that, like I should do like an upcoming, and I did that one upcoming one when I did the split screen, and that made me really nervous because I didn't really know how to do it. Does it automatically? So I don't really know what happens when you schedule a live. I did that and then I got nervous and then I just had to go live, and so I still have a lot of learning to do, but thank you. I agree and I need to work on that. And I also need to work on being consistent. I knew I wasn't going to be consistent for the summer because my schedule was going to be strange. But I really like doing the devotions in the morning. It really starts me off So I know I would like to stick with that. That's for sure. And then video versus live, when I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know what that looks like for me and when it works. And I want to make sure that you all are happy as the viewers. And I know somebody recently said, hey, I really miss your videos. So now I need to try to figure out how to do both. I mean, I know I could do both, but what works for you guys and for me. So still a lot to learn. Listen to you being inspiring. Aw, thank you, Miss Rita. What? The Real Dean channel was taken down by YouTube and Google because inappropriate behavior. What? When did that happen? Oh, no. I watched them this morning. I didn't know anything about it. Oh, snap. Oh, snap, snap. I love The Real Dean. I didn't know. Thank you for letting me know, Miss Christine. People need motivating, uplifting, and inspiring. They do. I mean, you know, I will be honest. One of the reasons I didn't work, I stayed up late last night because, if you don't know, I have a daughter that lives in Russia. And so I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I saw, hey, there's this big earthquake that happened in Russia. So my heart starts pounding, and I start getting all upset, you know. Well, it ends up being like 4,400 miles away. But of course, what do? I Google, well, did Moscow, she lives near Moscow, but not in Moscow. And of course, I Google, did this affect Moscow? They said there was tremors, and then they could feel the tremors there. And I'm like, I reached out to her, but of course, it's really, it's in the middle of the night or whatever. It's like, I guess at that point, it might have been 3 in the morning or something. I don't remember. And so then they start talking about all the tsunami warnings and watches. And then I can't go to sleep because I get stressed out. And then earlier today, I was like, oh, I'm going to take a quick power nap and get to work. And then I read about the family in Tennessee where the baby was dropped off at this random house. And the family's missing. And then now they found them unalived. And so then I get wrapped up into this stuff. And so you get wrapped up in all these things that are going on, and you get bogged down. And then when you watch somebody that is, or you hear something that's inspiring or self-improving, it's like, okay, let that go. I know my daughter's okay. But at first I didn't, and my first reaction is, okay, is she all right? What's going on? And she's going to have a baby, and she's really high on it in an apartment complex. She's like on the 28th, 23rd floor somewhere. I was sure it was the 28th. She told me I was wrong, but anyway, I think it had the Mandela effect because I remember going on the 28th floor. But anyway, she's way up high in a apartment complex, so that was my first reaction. But yes, I think having some kind of we have to have positivity. There's always something. It's like, turn off the news. I tried, but it's hard. Poor Dean, I know. I've got to got to go see what's going on. It's called Shorts, maybe. Shorts. What, like my devotions are called Shorts? I can make those shorts, but I think shorts go like this, how this is a 9x16, and then the videos are 16x9, if I understand. I'm learning. Don't quote me. So I chose it because it asked me if I want it to be a short on the devotions, and I chose no, because I want it to be 16x9. I would like to do some other scenery, but the thing is, I want my devotion. I do this whenever I do my regular videos. I like my devotion to be unedited because I pray about it and ask God to give me the words. And even if they sound crazy, I figure, you know, it's more from God than me. And so I do it off my phone and then immediately upload it. And I like it being 16x9, but I do wish I had different scenery. So maybe if I can get myself up and going, I can like go to the river or something. But I read my devotion, do my coffee, and then I kind of think about it, and then I share that video. So probably too TMI, but unpredictable is fun. It is fun. Unpredictable is just be you. Thank you, Deania. Exactly. You will find your rhythm. Thank you, Colleen. I think so too. Like I kind of had one, and now something's changing. Not sure what that looks like. So I think as you grow, You change, and that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Music, exactly. Hi, Heather's Backyard. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in, chatting with us, ladies. You have a beautiful. Well, thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. My grandma's grandma was a full-blooded Cherokee Indian, and my grandma, as the older she got, the darker she got, and the high cheekbones and everything. And somebody recently on one of the lives said, "Are you Cherokee?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm Cherokee Indian." So it's helped me with my tan. My husband's real fair, so two of my kids are real fair, and two of my kids have somewhat of a tan. So we get to pick on them because they're fair and we're not. You do, my friend. Do you, my friend. Thank you, Miss Colleen. You're so supportive. I really appreciate it. Exactly. Oh dear. This is so fun. I'm having tea together as good old friends. My husband was gonna make coffee. I'm like, it'd be kind of fun to do coffee, but it's too hot outside to do coffee with you guys. But I'm like, oh, we could do like a coffee chat. I like that. Thank you, Miss Amy. Just believe, keep believing. Exactly. And praying. And it's funny, like the devotion today, if you heard it, it's talking about it's kind of at the beginning of a Christian journey about you're worthy, you deserve God's love, he has an individual plan for you. And even though you might not be at the beginning of your journey, like that devotion was about, you still need it at any part of your journey to remind you, hey, sometimes you're going to do something that maybe you're not proud of. And I did kind of talk about that because sometimes it's like, okay, I got this, I'm in good shape, and then you do something, you're like, oh, I have a weakness. It's been identified. God identified my weakness. But sometimes, no matter where you're at in your journey, those devotions, even though it might be geared more to the beginners or more geared to later, it's still nice to have, I think. Just do it. Can't figure it all out. Just start. Yes, you just start. And there's this guy that I don't know his name. I like to watch. He does like how to do YouTube, especially for 40 and older. It's kind of like his niche. And oh, I didn't watch the video he just posted, but it said just start. And as I was debating if I was going to be brave today or not, his thing popped up and it said, just do it. Just start. And I'm like, I just needed that thumbnail to say that to me. I'm like, all right, I got it. Today is your debut. There you go. I'm actually out of my car. I can't believe it. It gets easier as you grow. I think so too. Are you at least feel like you said the rhythm, and you're Italian. I have some Italian family. Oh my goodness. My first Italian Thanksgiving. Well, I guess really my only Italian Thanksgiving. My aunt and uncle had moved here for a short period, and he's completely Italian. And so mom had to work, and I had to go to their house for Thanksgiving, and I'm ready for my turkey and mashed potatoes. And that's not what that was. It was like lasagna and spaghetti and all these Italian dishes. My mom came home after work, and I said, where's the turkey? I just want a turkey. So I'll never forget that. And then all the kids got wine but me. My mom didn't approve. So they didn't ask her, I guess. So all the kids got wine at that Italian Thanksgiving but me. So that's my Italian story. Again, just be like you are right now. Oh, thank you. This what you see is what you get, right? Big 3 Dashing. How are you, DJ? Stopping in while dashing. I hope it's going well. I didn't end up working today, but I'll be back at it tomorrow for sure. I ran construction in Chicago. I have a potty mouth. Had to cuss the dudes, would not listen to my nice girl voice. Hey, I get it. The other day I didn't cuss, but I had my 3 of the kids. So they're 2 8-year-old boys and a 10-year-old girl. And for some reason, the boys have started spitting. It's like their thing. They gotta spit. Well, we're driving down the road, and they like to have the windows down. So we have the windows down, and the one starts spitting. And I said, hey, let's not do that. Let's not spit out the door or out the window. Okay, Grandma. A few minutes later, I just keep hearing spitting. So I went, I said, do not spit out the window. You know, when I use that mean voice, then they cry. Then I feel bad. But I'm like, but they quit spitting out the window. But sometimes we can't always use our nice voice. And I used my nice voice the first time, you know? But I get it, Amy. Especially, there's certain people I worked with that you just have to be stern and use maybe words that you don't use in your real life. I've done it. Aw, thank you, Miss Rita. We do lasagna. Yes. I'll never forget that. It was a good memory, and it was nice to have that culture change. But my my mom's sister married an Italian, and then I have a cousin, and she married an Italian. That I probably shouldn't say about all of that, but you know what the Italians are famous for. She married into that kind of family, and that was interesting. She got to fly from Italy to New York while she was pregnant just to shop for the day and then fly back to Italy. And isn't that crazy? Have to go now, but I'll check out your channel. Have a fabulous day. Thank you, Heather's Backyard. I appreciate it. Do you have videos? Maybe we can check out your channel too. I appreciate you being here. With due respect, I do disagree with your statement. Hey, you can disagree with anything. This is a free world and everybody's welcome. I have an open mind. And I think if we all were alike and we all agreed with each other, then it wouldn't be interesting. I like, um, you know, it took me a while to understand, but like on the political sense, at first I'm like, oh, it has to be this, this, and this. Then I learned that we um we all have different ideas, and a lot of times it's the same basis. And so if we are it doesn't matter if I disagree with you, it doesn't mean I don't like you. If I disagree with you, we could still be friends. Don't even want to call it disagreement. It's just that I have a different opinion, and I think it's good to have different opinions. I don't want to be only around people that think just like me. There's no excitement about that. It drives me crazy. It's like I want to be around my husband and I. We've been married 36 years as of yesterday, and we're totally opposites. And that makes it fun sometimes not. It's like picking out a movie. That part's not fun. But oh, like going to do activities, he sees things different than I see them. The movie thing and the music is probably our worst parts. He likes different music than I do, and definitely different movies. I like action, anything with Jason Statham, or I love the Fast and Furious, things like that. I'm all about. And he's more of a comedy guy, and I'm not really a comedy person. So movies, we just don't do movies together for the most part. Don't Now he likes Fast and Furious, so we do that. We are all individual thinkers and should be, or life would be or life would be boring. I think so too. No matter if it's whatever it is. I was privileged whenever I went to college that I needed to take like some humanities or whatever. So I took Religions of the West and the study of the New Testament. And the study of the New Testament's really tore my beliefs down, but then it built it back up so strong. But the Religions of the West, what was a life changer for me, because no matter if you're Muslim, Buddhist, Hinduism, or Christianity, there's all these different ones, but your core values are kind of the same. The way you believe, and like core values meaning the golden rule, or how you treat others is the same, but the Messiah part, there's a few other differences, but the actual like how we should uh, treat each other is the same, or kind of the same end goal. We all believe in God. We all believe in God. We just don't believe how about the Messiah part or something like that. It taught me a lot about even like doing, like I said a minute ago, like politics, or about anything in life, that we're probably all kind of got the same core. It's just how we get there is different. That's how I feel about it. But that class taught me a lot about uh, that the core part of things are still there. We all still have to pay our bills. We all still have to eat. You know, our core mission is the same. Just how we get there is different. So that, I think that class was a big lesson for me. And opening my eyes to the different religions. Now, the Buddhism, not being able to step on an ant was a little too much for me, but right now I have a lot of ants in my camper, and I think about the Buddhist, and I wouldn't be allowed to do anything about the ants, I don't think. I don't think I agree with that part, though. I just have to say. Agree, Amy, like diversity in my life and people I know and enjoy. Yes. God, just by another name. Exactly, Miss Rita. Unless someone tries to convince me of something, I accept them and their views. Yeah, me too. Like, me too. I don't care. Well, my personal thing is, you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. I'm going to start off treating you with respect either way until you hurt me. I guess hurt me is the right word, or disrespect me or something. We're good. I mean, don't matter what your beliefs are, whatever it may be. If how you do your finances, none of my business. How you love people, none of my business. Who you vote for, none of my business. Where you live, none of my business. I feel like none of it's my business. As long as you treat me right, I treat you right, we're good. The golden rule. That's why I always write that on my prayer request. And I pray that because I just want people to treat others well. And that's the only way we can unite, is have human compassion for each other. You know, I know you need to eat. I know you need a house. I know, so do I. Not that we need, what I mean. It's like our basic necessities are the same. Our basic needs are the same no matter what. And that's how I view it. And when people's basic needs are met, that kind of breaks my heart, though. I guess you're not supposed to use the word, so unhoused, I guess is the correct word. That breaks my heart, and I have some opinions about that. I was that as a child. I've slept under a bridge. I've slept in cars. We traveled with the fair when I was a little girl. I've slept under rides at carnivals, slept at parks as a little girl. Most of it happened when I was pretty young. So, sometimes things happen, but I think our government failed certain categories of people. I feel like, okay, I'll just be honest. I feel like mental institutions were bad back in the day, and they had really bad, bad habits or bad system. But I wish that they can improve that system, because at least I'm here, and I'm not seen in other places, but here there's a lot of people that need mental assistance. They're not bad people, but they are not able. They're not physically, mentally able to take care of themselves, and it stresses me out because how do you help them? But the mental institutions, the way they were, that I don't want them to be just zombies somewhere, but they physically and mentally unable to take care of themselves, and they're on the street. And same thing with our veterans. They just leave them on the street whenever, they have medical reasons that they need assistance. So I do feel like that's where my heart breaks for the unhoused. And I get on these soapboxes. Sorry. Unless someone tries to convince me of something. Okay, we read that one. Love, be loved and accepted, universal with people. Yes. I just want to help people so much, and I think that's where I get myself in trouble, because there's certain places I can drive by and see people that have these issues, and my heart breaks. It's like, okay, how do you help them? And one day I was doing an order at Walgreens. It's on the corner of a very busy intersection, and this young lady, over 18, but probably under 30, was mentally incapable, and she was undressing and screaming at the corner. And I was afraid she was too, maybe, I don't want to say violent, but maybe kind of. And you hate to see her go to jail for something like that because she needed help, you know. So my heart breaks for people like that, because it's not because they're being bad or they're doing something illegal. It's because they need help. And how do we help people? And how, you know, they don't know they need help maybe, or she was in some kind of episode. So how do I approach that and help it? So my heart breaks, and I don't know how to help. So then I blame the government, right? That's what you're supposed to do if you can't help. No, I don't know. I'm being funny, by the way. Just being funny about, all right, I don't know how to help. I just blame the government. Not meaning to change the subject. No, please. I get on a soapbox. That guy cussing you the other day scared me for you. Me too. I was talking about that earlier. Deanna was telling me I can block him. What did you feel about that? Did you tell your husband, DoorDash, Walmart, or Uber? It was an Uber order. I didn't. I was talking about that earlier, Amy, and Deanna was explaining to me that I can call Uber and have that person blocked from me. Yes, it actually ruined my day. I mean, it just, I wish I could have stayed live, but when I went in the tunnel, I lost it, and I forgot how to get it back, but now I remember, after I went ahead and ended it and everything, now I remember how to get it back. But, yes, now that I know that I can call, I don't remember the person's name, but I know where they live because I delivered to the apartment in front of them. I told my husband a little bit, but not a lot. I don't know. It really bothered me and it upset me. And I didn't know, like, I don't know what you can see in the video. I probably should go back and watch the replay. So my whole trunk was full of drinks, right? And it said to put it behind the stairs by the door. So my thought was, he had several drinks. I don't know if you could see what you could see. Like I said, I need to watch the replay. So I took the drinks and went from the end, because they were heavy, and I was trying to make myself a straight path because they were heavy, and then work my way to the door with the rest of the groceries, because my whole back seat was groceries. Well, he had to walk from his door, walked 3 steps to get the drinks, and that's when he starts cussing. And I'm at the back of my trunk, and I said, hey, is everything okay? And he just keeps on. But then I keep passing him, and he doesn't say anything to me. But it stunk. It felt very uncomfortable. And, you know, he did have enough nerve to cuss as I'm at my car. And I hurried. I felt very, very uncomfortable. He seemed like a very angry person. I've got paid $6 for all of that, too. That's not the worst part of it, but that's the frustrating part of it. But if that ever happened, if I ever got him again, I just would not deliver to him. I would immediately call Uber, and I'd keep his groceries, I guess, or take it back, because that was definitely inappropriate behavior. I wish I could remember his name so I could, because I don't want another delivery person to go through what I did. That was not okay. It was definitely 100% unacceptable. Yes, it did shake me up. I was very uncomfortable and very unhappy. Oh, yes, Rita, yes, you need a foldable wagon. I've been actually pricing them. I seen one, somebody I know has something on sale. I guess it's like Facebook Marketplace, or maybe their Facebook page. I get so confused. And it's kind of like a wheel thing, and then you can do like waters, and but it has different kind of wheels, so you can take it up the stairs. And I need to follow up on that. But I've looked at wagons. It's so weird, because as I price them, like Academy Sports, one of them was like 60, and you go somewhere else for like 140. But I don't know like what size or what I want yet. But I have really been pricing them, because it seems like because I'm doing so much shopping. I agree. I do like the thing on Facebook. I need to follow. I'm glad you mentioned that. I need to follow up this weekend on that, because the wheels goes so you could take it up the stairs. I have a horrible time with some of the stairs. I just leave the waters at the bottom. Usually I call them, and they're really great about it. Did you hear about the aquarium? I don't know if y'all heard about the aquarium. So what day was it? I don't know. It was like I'm at $200, almost at $200. I think I needed 14 more bucks for my 200. And I take this PetSmart. It's 20 bucks. I'm done with the day because I'll be past my $200 mark, right? And it's 18 items of PetSmart. No big deal. I look at the pictures, looks fine. I get there, and it's like this big, huge aquarium and a medium-sized aquarium, and then a whole bunch of aquarium stuff and dog food stuff, whatever. And so I couldn't pick up the big aquarium. It was glass. It's huge. It's like takes up the whole back seat of my car. So luckily, the young fella at PetSmart was like, "Don't worry, I got your back." Blah blah blah. And so he puts it in my car, and then he sticks everything inside of it, of the big aquarium. He puts the littler aquarium in it, and all the items. And so I notified the customer, "Hey, just letting you know, I'm on my way. I'll be unable to carry the aquarium. It's very large." And she wrote back, she goes, "I'm home alone. I just had hand surgery. This is ridiculous." She was mad. "I'm calling support." I said, "Yeah, sure. Go ahead and call support. I'm not sure what to do." So I get there, and there's a neighbor a gentleman about my age walking in the neighborhood. I'm like, "Hey, sir, would you help me?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." Well, she did not like that. She was not happy. So she said it's supposed to be a surprise for her nephew because his broke or something. So she's like fired up. And she comes out to the car, she's like, "No, I'll just do it. I don't want, the neighbor helping." But the neighbor would have been just fine helping. And I think it's a good way to meet your neighbors too, right? But anyway, so she carried the little stuff, and then I slowly got it just around my car, and put it right there. She says, "I tipped generously to get this delivered just a certain way." She tipped like $10. I'm thinking, that's not generous. Not sure where you come from, but they were all out of state tags. She ended up calming down. I was able to talk her through it, and she was very nice, and she apologized. But I do not like the pictures they show you on DoorDash of the items you're purchasing, because I'm having trouble. Like the aquarium was just a little square. I didn't know it was an aquarium, but had the words. I'd have known it was like a 40-gallon glass aquarium. And that's what I explained to her. And I said I wouldn't have took the order if I'd have known this was the items. Plus, that was on my way home too. So it all worked out for it. But just shocking that they sent me a 40-gallon aquarium to deliver, or whatever it was. It was a big one. There's I think it was a 20-gallon and a 40-gallon, if I remember correctly. But yes, so sometimes you have to leave it where you have to leave it. You have to do what you have to do. But the guy on Uber, yes, it shook me up because he was just cussing and acting inappropriately. He just had a violent sound in his voice when that happened. And I think that was the worst part. Like, cuss words are cuss words. But to have that tone, I think that's what scared me, Get me a drink. I'm going to be getting me some coffee soon. If I don't drink coffee, I fall asleep like at 7 o'clock at night. It's crazy. So, yes, thank you. Oh, beautiful night. All right, we'll do one more little glance at my favorite backyard in the whole wide world. And then I guess I better get off here and visit the husband. I don't know if we'll have much of if Amy's still here. I just wanted her to see my where my dogs are buried. It's not cleaned up right now because of the rain and the heat. We haven't been able to keep up with our yard. But I really want to get my memorial area all done one of these days. But I like that hosta stuff. I'm definitely going to check that out. And hopefully I can find some that's pretty grown. So maybe it won't take the whole 3 years to really take hold. I kind of stalk in my backyard because we haven't mowed. And there have been snakes. They don't come out until they today. We have this is where she's buried. Not right where Jesus right here, but this is where my Anatolian Shepherd, the kids have burned much. We got to buy a new one for real. But he gets to go in sometimes. Feels like he's talking to me. This is where my Anatolian Toby is buried, and his little bird gets to fly in, and it feels like he's talking to me, and it always makes me so happy. It's like, oh, you probably just one of those things, but it does make you feel good. I didn't realize gig workers did this shopping at Walmart for home delivery. Uh, on Spark, I think they do, actually. I don't do the shopping at Walmart, but I can't get on Spark. But I think my daughter does shopping at Walmart and Sam's. I did not shop at Walmart for that Uber order. That was just a pickup. But if you do Spark, they can shop or pick up. Shipped, I've only done Target, Myers. I think Kroger is on Shipped as well. And you shop and deliver different ones. So I'm around the corner. All right. Well, if you're around the corner, you got a long walk because the corner is far, far away from where I'm at. So good luck with that. I had to keep Memorial thing cut out for Sam, my dog's Memorial bench. I need to work on it. We have this really like cool idea. Well, I said it earlier, so, but it'll work itself out. We tried this or tried that, and the kids all like to go out there. And so everything we put out there, the kids, we have the pictures of the dogs with the grandkids. Even the ones in Russia have the oldest one in Russia, she has pictures on her and our memorial stuff. And so she likes to walk back there too. And so we've had to change things up, but at least those two things have stayed, even though the poor bird gets all the attention, Toby's bird. But hopefully I'll be able to make it more cute, like you said, the dog's memorial bench. I bet that's awesome. We looked at, we had like some stones and stuff picked out, but I thought we would have it set up better by now. But oh well. Thank you. Working on it. At least we have a sitting area back there with our campfire. That's kind of like our happy place. So, all right. I'm going to go in, hang out with the hubby. Thank you all so much for jumping in and chatting with me. This has been fun. It's like just having a girls' night out. It was like all girls. It was awesome. So, not that I'm on the guys. I don't. It was kind of fun. So, thank you all. Have a wonderful night. Hopefully I'll catch you all sometime tomorrow. Hang in there. God bless you. Be happy.